Good morning and happy Thursday to all of your sunshiny faces. Guys, I woke up at like 8 o'clock today. I got out of bed and took a shower and everything like that and got ready. And I watched a little bit of YouTube too this morning, and now I'm going to find myself something to eat. I'm honestly just thinking like leftover pizza. Is it like that bad? Because I mean, we have the leftover pizza. Like, can I just eat it? You know? Like, I don't know. It's not a breakfast food, but like whatever you want to eat, right? Who defines what breakfast food is? I mean, if you like it for breakfast, you eat it for breakfast. Eat it whenever you want. I mean, am I right? Am I wrong about that? Always hated breakfast food. Like, I never liked like eggs. Well, eggs always gave me an upset stomach. I mean, I didn't mind like toast. I'm not a huge fan of pancakes or waffles, but like I'll eat them. I always like not breakfast food for breakfast. So I think that might be what I have. Got the vlog done. It is actually uploading right now, and then I also got some blog posts not posted, but like worked on for this week and whatnot. So but now I'm gonna make dinner because it is about 4:30, and this actually looks like it's a pretty fast recipe, which I'm excited about. The hardest part, or the longest part, looked like it was going to be the biscuits, but the recipe, I'll link it down below for you guys, is actually using, the recipe is for fresh biscuits. Now I kind of took the easy route and just went with the pre-made, just like these ones, because I don't think they made enough. Like, I think it only made 6 or something like that, and I think this is 8, but I don't know because it's the jumbo ones. So I'm not sure about that, but those are the ones I'm going to use instead, just instead of using the fresh ones, because I don't know, I just was like, you know what, I'll try it out with these ones, because I've told you guys, whenever I try and make bread or dough or anything that's supposed to rise or even like semi be like bread like, it never turns out. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go the safe route and go with the already pre-made biscuits, because mine would probably end up being like slop and stuff like that. So that is the one thing that I cannot get, and I really want to like keep trying, like, you know, just make 1,000, you know, different types of bread until I can finally get one that actually works, or like keep making the recipe over and over and over again until I can actually get it to work or whatnot. But it always seems like there's something, like it'll either be too dry, or else the yeast didn't rise, or else it's too wet and it's like soggy and it doesn't turn out right. It's just always a mess. So this is everything that I'm going to need. I've actually got 2 chicken breasts in here. This is the Never Any brand from Aldi. It is not organic, but it's like the second closest to organic. So I'm using 2 of those, and I had those in the crock pot all day today because it calls for a pre-cooked, I think pre-cooked like shredded chicken. So I just had it in the little crock pot all day today, or well, not all day, but I put it in at like 1 o'clock or so, and it was frozen, but they are done now. And then I've also got sea salt, the pepper, garlic, oh goodness, 2 tablespoons of butter. I got fresh thyme still, the white whole wheat flour, King Arthur brand too, that's very, very good brand. Also, it's non-GMO. And then an onion, which I need, chicken broth, which is organic, the biscuits, what's it called? This is the celery, peas, organic carrots, and then also some milk as well in there for that I need. So that is everything that I should need for this. There's a few other things too, like I think it called for buttermilk, and there was like, I think baking soda or powder, and now I don't remember. I think it was baking powder. No, so baking, I think it was baking powder. Yes, something baking. I want to say it was baking powder. And then flour, and I think a few other things if you guys do want to make the homemade biscuits. But again, I will have that recipe link below if you guys choose to do that. And then also, guys, let me know if you guys end up making any of these delicious dinners, because I love trying out new stuff too and seeing how it turns out. And I'd love to hear from your guys' inputs as well. It is a good thing I double checked myself. I had fresh rosemary, not fresh thyme, and that's what I pulled out of the fridge. So I'm using some of this thyme that we've had for a while now, probably. But this is so cool though, because this little thing actually organizes like all of our seasonings. It has the little label on it, so then we can just refill it if we want to and keep all of our seasonings and spices all in the same place, which we haven't done in quite a while, but I'm actually thinking about refilling it now. Yeah, anyways, this is how it's turning so far. Nice. And I'm trying to stir this with my left hand, which is not going over so well, and record with my right hand. So it's thickening up. It's looking good. Oh my goodness, can you guys hear that bubbliness? Can you see those delicious biscuits in there? Oh my goodness. Looks so good. Actually, guys, I could have made this vegetarian. Well, not complete vegetarian, because obviously there's chicken in there. But see, like, I don't know, like, an easy alternative to, like, just, like, chicken. Like, okay, this recipe would have been super easy to, like, adapt as a vegetarian recipe. All I have to do is just switch it out and use vegetable broth instead, because it calls for chicken broth and obviously chicken. Those are two things that aren't vegetarian in there. So I could have just switched that out for, what was I going to say? For vegetable broth, and then used, like, what for the chicken? Like, I was like, oh, I could use tofu, but I feel like tofu for that would taste weird. I have some, like, chicken, let's see, these, like, chicken, Beyond Chicken. They're actually not real meat, 100% plant protein. They are, like, grilled strips, and I think there's another one, too, in there that's, like, not exactly that, but I feel like, I don't know. I mean, that wouldn't be bad for that, but what else do you use? Like, what's an easy, like, chicken substitute? And then that brand also too has got ground beef. This one I think is like a Cajun or like a spicier ground beef kind of type. What's it called? Oh, Fiesta or something. Like beef crumbles in there. So that's easy if I want to ever like switch that out. It tastes a little bit different, but not like too bad. But that's, I was like, well, what should I, like, is there anything else that's easy to switch out? Because I was like, this actually looks really good. And then I could have just done one biscuit for myself with a little bit of the like stuff in there too that I made obviously vegetarian. But I don't know, guys. Actually having an avocado. I have not had like a plain avocado in months probably, so that's actually what I'm having for right now. I have to actually figure out what I really want to eat, but this is gonna hold me over until I figure out what I want to eat. Guys, do your pets just like crack you up? Okay, Bliss, I have to share this story with you. And these two actually it had nothing to do with Ike, but dude, you're squishing both of us. He's like, I don't care, I have to be on top of you. Bliss, did you do something you weren't supposed to do? Are you in trouble? She's like, I'm sorry. Bliss's new favorite thing to do is to jump up onto the counters and try and get food off of there. So I've made sure to keep the counters like really clean and everything like that so that she can't get into anything, or there's nothing up there that she'll want to get into, you know, because if there's no food up there, why would she want to go up there, you know what I mean? And then when there is food, she wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? So I know there are ways too to like keep dogs off the counters. Like my parents, they used to leave like cans on the edge of there, so when our dog, like empty cans, so our dog would jump up there, the cans would end up like falling over and they'd scare him basically. And it worked. He never jumped up on the counters, at least that I can remember. And so with Bliss, she's been jumping up on the counter. She jumped up there and almost grabbed, I literally caught her. She almost grabbed the biscuits that I had left out because I had unwrapped them from the package and was waiting to put them in the pot pie, because you put them in for 15 minutes and then you put the biscuits on and bake for like an additional whatever 10 minutes or so. So they were sitting up there unwrapped because I reread the directions. I was like, oh, they're not supposed to go in yet. So I put them on there. She jumped up there and like her tongue was literally almost touching one of them. I was like, you need to get down. And she hit on the chair because I was upset with her. And she did the exact same thing again, and I yelled, I go, Bliss, you can't be up there. And then she came in here, and now she won't look me in the eye. She's all pouty, and it's, seriously guys, after I ended up coming back in here then, and I was like, oh, you know, Bliss, it's okay, you know, because like she will seriously pout about things. It's hilarious how much of a personality dogs actually have when you pay attention. She's in here pouting, so I came over, I pet her, and I was like, it's okay, I'm not upset with you. So then she went back and she tried to do it again. She tried to sneak in the kitchen and do it again while I was in here. And I was like, Bliss, really? I was like, I watched her the entire time, and she like walked right next to them, next to the biscuits, and she like looked up on the counter, and she wouldn't jump up there though because she knew I was so close. And I was like, really? Like, she's such a little sneak. We've made up, guys. I'm no longer mad at Blissy.
like you would agree.
Look at you crazy dog. Look at where you're laying. We're watching the Hawks game. You guys didn't know Kane is only 19 more goals away from the 50 goal season. So I made, is that nerdy? I made this little like flip thingy, so each time he gets a goal we just pull one off and then it goes all the way down until you find out that he has 50 goals this season. So cause I was joking around with my dad, I was like, he's like, oh, cause he just scored and he has 31, so he needs 19 more. So I was joking around with my dad, I was like, Dad, we should have like a little flip book, you know, like a counter marker kind of thing, like a countdown. I was like, and after each one you just pull it off like you after he gets a goal. So yeah, it's just kind of, you know, like a funny little inside joke kind of thingy. But yeah, so I made that. And guys, I realized I have a serious obsession with Sharpies. I've got like a ton of them. You guys, seriously, I might have to show you guys my Sharpie collection, because during all the back to school sales at like Office Depot and Office Max, they were only like, I think maybe 50 cents or something like that. Maybe at one point they were like 25 cents too, it just depends. So I would get like 3 each time because they were always a limited 3. So I would get them, and I realized that I have like probably like 20 or 30 of them, maybe even more, I'm not even sure. Plus I have like a big pack of 10 on top of that too. I seriously, it's like ridiculous, and I hardly ever use my Sharpies, which is also the really weird thing. And I was like, you know what, I should probably use these more often. And Post-it notes, so it's like kill 2 birds with 1 stone, and I can use up a lot of my, well, not a lot of my Sharpie, but at least my Post-it notes. I was just talking for like a good 2 minutes and the camera wasn't even on. The Hawks game is actually in overtime right now. It is like 10:45. I'm hoping that this can be over within the next like few minutes, and I can hopefully get to bed like no later than, I can take a shower and then be in bed like no later than 11:30 is my goal for tonight. But yeah, it literally just came back on and I was talking through the whole commercial break, and then I realized my camera wasn't even on. So I gotta get back to watching this guy. Oh my gosh! Bliss! Bliss! Felicity! We won! Your ears are too cute. Oh my gosh, guys, there was 28 seconds left in the game. Taves scored. Oh my gosh, the goalie, their goalie and one of their players got so stuck up in each other that the one player didn't have a stick anymore, and then the goalie like wasn't even, oh my gosh, guys, it was crazy. Then they ended up resetting everything. Taves came out and then shot it. Oh my gosh, they made it, and the game is officially over and I can take a shower and go to bed again. Oh my gosh. That was crazy, guys. This was definitely a more intense game than yesterday's game. I mean, seriously, this is crazy. It almost went into, I think, a shootout. After the first overtime, it goes into a shootout. So that was crazy, guys. Just, oh my goodness. I'm so happy. This was probably a better win, too, than yesterday's game with basketball. But, oh my goodness, I can't even breathe right now. I'm like, so I was just screaming and I feel like I woke everybody else in the house up. But you know what? The Hawks won, so you gotta find a reason to scream, right? Anyways, guys, though, I think I'm gonna end the vlog. I will talk to you guys all tomorrow. I'm sorry today's vlog wasn't like super long or interesting or anything like that. I just was really tired still from yesterday. Plus, I woke up early, but I didn't like get a super good amount of sleep. So this way I can, though, because it's still early tonight, because I think it's only like 11 o'clock now. Yeah, not even, it's 10:55. So, and ESPN let me know that the Blackhawks won in OT, just in case I wasn't watching. Anyways, guys, so I will talk to you guys in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you give it a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. So bye guys. 11:30 almost right now. I want to go to bed because I want to like get up in the morning. And they have a 3-point game, so all they have to do is sink a 3 and we go into overtime. And there's 9 seconds left on the clock. This is seriously like I want it to be over. They just went to the free throw line and they missed the first one. So it's still a 3-point game. They only have the 1 extra point left. So they kind of like have to get it and then go for a 3-point play. I can't look. I want to go to bed right now. I still have to take a shower. Okay, I missed the second one. They were missing it on purpose, but it didn't hit the rim, I think. So yeah, sideline out of bounds toss.